just dropped my lighter on the floor. Got some sage smoke in there. Hello, so I'll try that again. Hello, my name is Karen. This is Lost Souls Tarot. Welcome in. I hope you're having a lovely day and evening, depending on when you're watching this. If you're one of my, I've got 40 subscribers, my goodness. If you're one of my returning subscribers, welcome back. It's lovely to see you again, and thank you for coming back. And if you're new here, pull up a chair, get cozy by the fire, and we'll see what we're going to find out today. So I'm going to start with the Dark Moon Oracle. Hopefully that's one. It is one. I can't read that. I don't, delusional. Oh gosh, my glasses are minging. That's a good Scottish word if you're not Scottish. Minging. Hecate. I think that's pronounced Hecate. She's got an owl on her shoulder. Okay, that's interesting. Strong feminine figure there. We'll find out about that in a minute. I'll pull all three and then I'll check the book for that one. Absolutely that one. Okay, it kind of came out. On its reverse side. So I've got scattered. So I was reading a book and there's lots of kind of newspapers and stuff lying around there, which kind of imply scattered thoughts. And I'll take one more. Keep going. Black Madonna. Okay. Wow. Usually I've got a really interesting, good feel for the energy coming out in these cards. Today I'm a little bit mystified. I'm a good idea of the middle one, but Hecate, I'm not sure. 33. So I assume it's pronounced Hecate. Maybe, I don't think it's Hecate. I think it's Hecate. Crossroads. Okay. So she's standing with a flaming torch in her hand and she's got an owl on her shoulder. The Greek goddess Hecate is a mistress of magic. Her appearance at life's crossroads is one of many gifts she has for us. Hecate's guide is a owl, which is sitting on her shoulder, symbolizing wisdom through confusion and darkness. When this card comes up, the path ahead is yours to decide. There's an adventure waiting for you, but it's going to require more than just words or ideas. It's time for action. So someone in the collective, or however you take it as it resonates, is standing at a crossroads. And we've got scattered, which is kind of came outside on. So I've got a feeling that it might be difficult to, let me just see in the upright and the reverse. So this card, so it doesn't really give you the reverse meanings for this. This card represents the energy of the dark moon Gemini ahead of the new moon in Gemini. Your biggest enemy now is being scattered, wishy-washy and overchangeable. So you're standing at a crossroads, time for action. You cannot be wishy-washy and like not sure or dipping your toe in. Have you been flip-flopping around about what you want? Yeah. Okay, right. So your biggest challenge at the moment is you're standing at a crossroads, but the biggest challenge is equally like myself right now is kind of clearing your mind and getting your thoughts clear and not having your thoughts dancing around everywhere. And this Black Madonna, I am interested in this one. I have no idea what this one is. Feels pretty powerful. Selflessness. Okay. The Black Madonna is an expression of the Virgin Mary depicted in paintings and statues as a woman with dark skin. Her essence is aligned with Cancerian energy. Okay, so this could be significant to Cancer. It's very common in New Age self-help teachings to remind people, especially women, that they need to put themselves first sometimes. However, this card carries the opposite message. It's asking you to remember that as important as you are, someone else in your life needs help. Which is why you're standing at the crossroads. Because you're not sure what to do. That's why your mind is scattered. Okay. Additional meanings for this card. Prioritize your family. Sacrifice without losing yourself. So sacrifice without abandoning yourself. Absolutely. Offering what you can with love. So giving from your overflowing cup, but not emptying your cup. Your act of giving will return in unexpected ways. Embrace selflessness as part of your spiritual journey. Let compassion and grace be your guiding light. Wow, that is really powerful. It's so easy if you learn to abandon yourself, give and give and give until your cup is empty. But if you have been practicing self-love and you're on that journey and you're now standing at this crossroads, sometimes, especially myself, I've been so focused on self-love and myself that, it's almost tentative giving to other people, primarily because I'm used to being so burnt. But it's maybe just about, yeah, yeah, that's the energy. It's almost like dipping your toe in the water, and it's almost like you've been burnt so much that you don't know how to be selfless anymore because you abandoned yourself for so long. And I say you, I mean the collective. And then you kind of, I'm getting the feeling that someone, went through some dark night of the soul, some healing, really learned to love themselves. And which is an unusual thing. And just 2 seconds, I've just noticed my laptop battery's flat. I don't want the camera, the laptop to die. 2 seconds. Sorry, guys. I forgot to check it before I put it on. There we go. See me up close. Right. Yeah, it's almost like about being confident about being able to care for others without abandoning yourself, and kind of like a real kind of, yeah, energy. So I'm kind of repeating myself here, but I'm just kind of clarifying the energy. It's quite an. I get so many different energies coming out in these readings now. It's amazing. I celebrate. Oh, sorry, I'm taking one from the Happy deck, which is a homemade deck. I celebrate baby steps and small wins. So again, it's like putting your toe in the water, just learning to give to others again, and being confident about not depleting your own energy in your own cup. But I've got a new. I promised myself I wasn't going to buy any more cards this month, but I bought a new deck called the Urban Crow Oracle. I've already pre-shuffled it, but it just popped up in my Amazon feed, and before I knew it, it was on its way, and it arrived tonight. And I was like, well, I've got to do a reading now. So oh, I'm feeling so much better. I was not having a good time before this reading. Today's the anniversary of the trigger for my Dark Night of the Soul last year, which is still ongoing on the tail end of it, but it pretty much lasted a year. And yes, I was having a bit of emotional upheaval, so I decided to slightly vaguely tidy up my makeup and come and do a reading for you guys. So let's see where we are. Illusion. Straight off the bat, illusion. So what we've got here is a crow looking in the mirror. To be fair, it looks like a fairly good reflection of itself. It's not like a distorted reflection. We've got some people mirroring. Is it about seeing yourself? Well, no, okay. I have a Seven of Cups energy vibe for that one. Let's take 4 more cards and then we'll see where we are. Fear. Is this a fear of not seeing yourself clearly? Yeah. Okay. So right in the middle of the reading, we've got territory coming out. This card is giving me, it's this. It's about completely protecting. I mean, there's even a beam of light here right up the middle. This is about protecting your own cup of love. Now that you self-love, you filled your Ace of Cups up and it's full and it's overflowing. And that's a fantastic place to be. But when you've been in a place of depleted energy, or your cup tipped over and all your emotions poured into someone else or something else, or just learning to give, but never receiving back, when you filled your cup, it's a really nerve-wracking thing to then want to go, okay, I'm going to give from this cup and judge it just right so that you don't deplete yourself and you protect your own energy. So, we've got this. Yeah, it's almost like it's almost like a fear of not. It's not being able to trust yourself. This fear and illusion is. Okay, I'm just going to take all 5 cards and then I'll finish that sentence. I do apologise. So I've got freedom here. There's 5 crows in this one. This bird's carrying a little posy of flowers. Okay, so this feels like one side of your thoughts. And this feels like the other, but let's see what the last card is. It's like 2 sides of your community. Fantastic. We've got the tree. It's not quite like the tree life. There's poppies as well, which is kind of giving a remembrance feeling to it. It's kind of a cityscape, and then the tree is full of crows and the sun's behind it. It's absolutely beautiful, that card. Okay. This feels like right down the middle, we've got this beam of light splitting. It's almost like your brain is in going between two places, or your thoughts, which is why I've got this scattered on its side. You're going between not sure if you see people clearly, not sure if you being afraid of if you give from this cup and you give, will you be depleted again? Will you get yourself into that position you were in before? And then on the other side, you've got, no, I'm free to love, I'm free to give, I'm free to give from my cup, because you trust yourself, and you're free to give to the, the community around you, and grow a community around you if you don't have one, or grow a new kind of soul tribe around you. Okay. It's almost like, yeah, in your gardener territory, which is your cup of love. Wow, right, that's really cool. Right, I'm going to go with the What Lies Beneath Oracle deck. Oh, okay, that's fine. All right, tell me what we've got going on here. Why have we got this? Well, that's straight out. Fighting for what you love, claiming what is yours, love is a battlefield. Okay, fair enough. But that's come out on top of illusion. So it's possible you fought for something in the past, it depleted your energy, and it wasn't worth fighting for, which is why I've got illusion here. But let's see how, oops. Oh, let's bend that card. Let's keep going. Nope, that's not one. That's not a single one. One, but nope, that's too many. I've got burning evidence wanting to come out there. Oh, for goodness sake, Karen. Oh, I'm all itchy. Sorry, guys. There we go. It's because I touched up my makeup. There we go. That's a singular one, and it's in the reverse. Let's see what it is. Toxic in the reverse. On top of fear. Oh. I'm just going to take 3 more cards. Sorry, that must be really suspenseful for you guys, because I just figured out something, but I want to take some more cards just to see if the narrative holds. Right, I've got recording in the reverse, announcing, expressing, revealing truth in the reverse. Okay, on top of territory. So you're maybe being a little less open with your emotions. This toxic in the reverse, on top of fear and illusion and fighting for what you love. I think you had a fear of seeing yourself clearly. And the thing is, in this image, the crow does see themselves clearly. It is not a distorted image. They see a perfect reflection of themselves. I think you have a fear that you were toxic, or you may be led to believe you were toxic, but you're not. Or if you were, because we've all had toxic traits in the past, you don't have those toxic traits anymore, but maybe you had it ingrained from a very young age that there were certain things about you that were toxic, and they really weren't. You were probably asking for the bare minimum. You were probably just expected not to have boundaries. How dare you say no? It's almost like, I've got the right to. And by I mean we, the collective we. And maybe you used to fight a little, I was going to say a little too hard, maybe that sounds judgmental, but fight for things you maybe shouldn't have been fighting for because they were an illusion. And now, on top of territory, which is protecting your cup of love, you're being far more, not blocked, that's not the right word, guarded about what you say, about expressing yourself, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Okay, we've got check yourself coming out. This card's interesting. I've seen other tarot readers saying that they take this one as maybe you're getting tarot readings or someone's getting tarot readings on you. For me, it's more about, I mean, if that resonates with you, take it, but for me, it's more about checking in with yourself and just checking. And again, it comes back to this being nervous about giving from a full overflowing cup and worried about depleting it. It's more like checking in with yourself and almost trusting yourself and just doing those little energy checks because it's coming out on top of freedom. This side's the being trapped in your head. This side's one side of the scattered. This side's the other. This side's the kind of worries and fears, and this side's the positive side, which is, oh, I'm actually can check. I know how to temper myself. I know how to regulate myself. I know how to maintain my energy rather than having it depleted. And then we've got total drama and action coming out, which is quite interesting, on top of community. Okay, that one's interesting because I was not expecting that, but let's just see where that energy goes. Okay, I might do another line of oracle cards. I'm going to do the, oh yeah, these are upside down in the box, that's fine. So this is the True Crime Oracle deck, so we'll do some of that and then we'll get on to the tarot. Right. So tell me about fighting for what you love, claiming what is yours. Love is a battlefield, an illusion. So it's possible in the past as well. I mean, there's so many ways to interpret this illusion. I think it is about multiple illusions in your life, but you may have been fighting for an illusion, something that didn't exist. You may have loved somebody that didn't exist. But eliminance maybe. Or somebody that bait and switched. Legal proceedings. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, fighting for what you love could also be, I mean, there's no child energy coming out here, but if it resonates, it could be, you know, taking someone to court for, oh man, made disaster, coming out on top of toxic in the reverse and fear. Okay. Okay, so again, we've got fear of, again, this is about not seeing yourself clearly. Maybe you feel that everything you touch turns into a disaster. Okay, oops, no, this one. Secret. Again, that's just confirming the card above it, which is the expressing yourself in reverse. You're keeping things much closer to your chest than you used to. You're careful about who you don't have to share everything with everybody. Not that one, this one. Money, check yourself. Okay, so maybe checking yourself as well is just keeping an eye on your finances. One more. And then we'll get into the tarot, because I feel like these oracle cards aren't giving me anything more. With this total drama, this is quite interesting. And action. It might be more about action, to be fair. The Black Madonna was, no, Hecate was about taking action. And so it's maybe more about the action and action in your community. And then we've got party. Why do I feel this is more like a group of people in your community? So you could have some drama starters in your community. And maybe previously you would have cared what these people think, poured too much energy into them, let them deplete your cup. Maybe you're not anymore. But let's see. Right, okay. Let's get to the real crux of it. Let's get some tarot going. So this is a black violet tarot deck. Nope, it's not this one. No. This one. Okay. That one. Ah, well, there we go. 7 of Cups straight off the bat, confirming illusions coming out at the top. Now, okay. It's kind of double compounding. It's compounding the illusion energy here. I mean, 7 of Cups can also be a bit delusion as well, or having many options to choose from. But what's in each of the cups is an illusion. All of them are empty, but it appears like there's something in them. So that's just kind of reconfirming fighting for what you love. I think you fought for things in the past that in the harshest possible way to describe weren't worth fighting for, but at the time you thought they were, because you could only see the illusion. Okay, so tell me about this fear. Toxic in reverse, a man-made disaster. The Emperor wanting to come out there, but we're not going to take it. Oops, jeez, Karen. A hermit showing himself. Virgo energy. Wheel of Fortune. Are you afraid of your karma? Not all karma is bad. Karma is also can be a lesson. Karma can also be good. Have you got fear of having karma for things you've done in the past? I mean, toxic is in the reverse, so you weren't toxic, but maybe you were a bit of, well, a bit of a man-made disaster. Maybe you just felt like everything you touched just turned into a disaster. Maybe relationships, friendships, family relationships. Mm. Oh, for goodness sake. Come on. Can I have one? There we go. I've got lots now. 8 of Swords. Yeah, okay. I mean, this scattered. This illusion and this fear gave me an 8 of Swords energy anyway. That's a beautiful card. The 8 of Swords is traditionally about being trapped in your head, but it's a prison of your own making in your mind, and you can walk away from it, but you're choosing to stay there. Again, it might be caused by this fear and of this of not being able to see yourself clearly. So I've got the High Priestess and the Magician coming out. I forget what this card was. Freedom. So there's someone over here on the sidelines, someone in your community, whether that's family, friends, some work community, someone you know through something, somebody that is total drama, and you need to take action on it. This person might be a bit of a partier, or you might have met them at the party, or you might just meet them when you're out with friends and you kind of in the same circle. But this person is a manipulator, or they're trying to manipulate something, perhaps the community you know. And the High Priestess is staring at this magician. Like, your intuition knows this person's not a good egg. That's a strange phrase. I never say that phrase. That might resonate with somebody. No, it's not. I'm going to flip decks. Okay, let's go to. This is the Graffiti Tarot. I'm going to use this one. King of Wands, possible fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, tell me about this King of Wands. Oops, far too many. Oh, that one. That's the one we're taking. I'm putting all of these back. Hang on. Okay. The Moon. Pisces energy. Oh, this is some strange energy. Let me just keep going. Five of Wands. Oh, you're really conflicted. Really conflicted in your head. Tower. I'm just going to take the line and then I'm going to interpret it because there's something strange going on over here. No, it's not a necessarily a destructive tower, although all towers. I've got the Queen of Wands. Right, okay. Okay. So I've got counterparts there. I've got King of Wands here on this side, the Queen of Wands here on this side. They're facing each other. And between them is the moon, which is what's hidden, what you can't see. The Five of Wands, which is chaos, or, kind of conflicted energy. And then a tower. It's not necessarily a bad tower. It could be a good tower. It's not falling down. It's not lightning struck. The top of it's not falling off. There's nobody falling out of it. It looks like a fairly solid tower, which I always take as a good tower rather than a bad tower. I think all towers are good if you take them that way. Just some are really, really catastrophic. So you are really, really, really conflicted about something. You're in your head. There's some secret here. You're not talking. And we've got like chaos. Basically the Five of Wands here. You're not the King or Queen of Wands. The King and Queen of Wands could be a couple you know in your life, could be parents, could be friends. But you're caught in the middle of them for some reason. But there's secrets here, there's something hidden, and there's some kind of tower. Now, I think this is a tower for you because it's coming out on top of the High Priestess. I'm pretty sure you're the High Priestess energy, which means you're listening to your intuition. This Queen of Wands is coming out on top of the Magician. This Queen of Wands is whoever this drama starter is, this person trying to manipulate your community. But whoever their other counterpart is, they're not involved in it. And we've got fighting for what you love here. This could be somebody. Okay. There's a number of ways to interpret this. This could be somebody that you're romantically interested in, but this is an ex or a third party that is manipulating the situation, or someone you fought for in the past that is now in a relationship with a Queen of Wands. How I view that. But there's some kind of, you're stuck right in the middle. Emperor coming out on top of the King of Wands, Aries energy. This King of Wands could very well be an Aries, but they're an Emperor. Oh, I've got really bad anxiety. Oh, that's such an icky feeling. Ew, I don't use icky either. Oh, I'm using words that I don't normally use. Oh, I'm channeling some really, really weird energy. Hopefully it become clear. Seven of Wands. So you're defending yourself. I like this Seven of Wands because six of them are on the ground and she's holding one above her head, which is more to me like the Ace of Wands than the Six of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is about a creative new spark, a new beginning. Can be a new passionate beginning. And then the Six Wands on the ground are actually the Six of Wands, which is victory. Which I quite like with that specific card. But this is almost like defending yourself against what's hidden, defending yourself against this Emperor. Have you maybe been defending yourself against this Emperor when it's really this Queen of Wands you should be defending yourself against? Defending yourself against what's hidden, defending yourself against karma. I mean, it is the Wheel of Fortune in the upright, so it could also be good fortune, but I doubt you're defending yourself against that. And I got a real feeling of you felt like something was your karma. Or you were afraid of karma. What did you do, Collective? Two of Pentacles. Okay, that's a good energy to come out because with the Eight of Swords here and then the Five of Wands, which was like being inside your head and just having lots of internal chaos. Like the swords is in your head with thoughts, but the Five of Wands is almost like emotions. So it's like you're in your head and your emotions are all fiery because wands are about fire. But I've got the Two of Pentacles here, which is about, it can be about balancing things out. It can be about juggling and weighing up options. But in this one, I'm getting a real kind of, you're balancing that out, or you've reached a point where you're balancing that out. Probably because you're defending yourself against this Emperor. Or you could be balancing this King of Wands and Queen of Wands because of the other side. Or managing them. Managing them. That's a good word. Like it feels like you're managing them somehow. Maybe you're the go-between. Maybe this King of Wands and Queen of Wands have split up. And you're somehow stuck in the middle trying to sort out, you know. Because we've got territory right in the middle as well. I'm not sure who these people are to the collective, but they're not your energy. If it resonates, you'll understand who these people are. But it does feel like you're piggy in the middle. Wheel of Fortune again. Come out on top of the Tower. So whatever this tower is, and it doesn't feel like a bad tower, it feels like a good tower. It's part of your karma, and it could be good karma. And your intuition knows it. Like I think you see, whatever it is, you see it as a lesson. Also, the High Priestess is sitting on top of money, so it could all just be, you know, of a financial thing. Got the Four of Cups. So I could take this one of two ways. This Queen of Wands could be rejecting the Emperor stroke King of Wands. In terms of Four of Cups is about rejecting love. There's a person here. It's not the hand of spirit, it's the hand of a person handing out a cup of love. And this girl is sitting cross-legged under a tree ignoring Three Cups and the one that's been handed to her, which is rejecting offers, rejecting love, rejecting, just being apathetic about it. So it could be this Queen of Wands rejecting this King of Wands, or it could be this Queen of Wands rejecting what you've got to say because you're trying to go in between. It's not clear. Got the Star wanting to come out there. Star and the Sun. Oops, that one. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, this Emperor has been equally uncooperative. Okay, so we've got an uncooperative Queen of Wands over here. She's been apathetic, rejecting whatever. If you're somehow the go-between, this could be your parents, I don't know. For some reason, you're stuck in the middle trying to balance these two people. Another than you being the High Priestess, your energy is kind of a bit invisible in here. But you're stuck in between these two people. This Emperor's uncooperative, and this Queen of Wands is rejecting all offers of peace, love, whatever it is in that cup. Which is why I've got this horrible feeling. Five of Swords, okay, on top of the Seven of Wands. So it's interesting, this Five of Swords. So Five of Swords can be about bullying with words or emotional abuse with words, or conflict. But what's interesting is there's three swords in the ground, which is like your three swords of heartbreak, grief, sorrow, and loss. And then there's two females kind of fighting with swords here. So it's almost like they're fighting with the swords of truth. They're fighting with their words, which is funnily enough what the Five of Swords is about. I just realised that, yeah. Which is coming out on top of the Seven of Wands, so you've maybe been defending yourself against this. Or maybe, to be fair, these two people fighting with the swords could be this Emperor and this Queen of Wands fighting with their words. And you're trying to balance it all out. For some reason, you're the intermediary. This is a weird reading. I'm not enjoying your position here, collective. If this is you, I feel for you because you're stuck. You're absolutely stuck in the middle. This is parents, which it could very well be. And this doesn't need to be present. This could have been a long time ago. Maybe you were a child. So not a nice place to be. The Page of Wands. Okay, that's interesting. So the Page of Wands, as I was saying, you might have been a child, and just as that came out, the Page of Wands came out, which is like it can be a young energy, and it can be a young, fiery, creative energy. Um, can also be about communication. Okay. I've got real anxiety. I've got the feeling that this is something that happened when you were a child. You're maybe put between your two parents who just didn't want to talk to each other. They didn't want to see each other's point of view. The Emperor didn't want to collaborate. Seven of Pentacles on top of the Wheel of Fortune. We also had money here. So you're investing. I'm not sure what you're investing in. You're listening to your intuition because we've got the High Priestess here. I forget what that was called. Oh, freedom, yeah. So if this was two parents, warring parents, and they hadn't necessarily split up, this could have been in the same household. I've got a really horrible feeling. You're free of this now, whatever it was, and you're able to invest where you want to invest. I'm still a little confused. Let me get one more. Page of Cups. Okay, Page of Cups on top of, yeah, which is coming under the Queen of Cups and the Four of Cups. This Page of Cups is just emulating the woman in this Four of Cups handing out the Cup of Love. Except she's, in this instance, she's handing out the Cup of Love to nothing. It's just emulating exactly what's come out before. But this could be, oh, a trigger warning. This could be you as a child offering your Cup of Love to this Queen of Wands, and it essentially just being rejected for whatever reason. When parents separate, they can be deeply unfair to children, especially if the child, oh, trigger warning, especially if the child reminds them of the other parent. That's a real heavy energy in this reading. I've got a real horrible feeling in my stomach. It's really unpleasant. This could have been the cause of a lot of childhood stress. Which is why I've got territory here coming out and why we've got not talking, not expressing yourself, and keeping secrets. Did you shut down and stop talking to them? I don't mean stop talking as in stop talking, but stop sharing your worries and your fears with your parents. Was it not a safe environment? Okay, I've got the Two of Swords coming out on top of this Emperor. So this Emperor, King of Wands, because there's a lot of illusions here, who didn't want to collaborate and didn't want to work with yourself or this Queen of Wands. He couldn't make a decision, he couldn't see things clearly. Which is, funnily enough, we've got the Seven of Cups and illusions here, not surprisingly. Okay. So what? Right, okay. I'm probably pulling too many tarot cards because they're just kind of repeating what we're already seeing here, but I say that every time. Okay. Devil. Oh, no, we've got two. Devil and the Chariot. Okay, so we've got the Devil on top of the Five of Swords. He's a funny looking devil. Reminds me a bit of Rick Mill for some reason. Don't ask me why. It's just his posture with his hands on his hip. If you know who that is. And then we've got the Chariot. Gosh, what's interesting about this Chariot is it's a very childlike chariot. Oh, this is somebody's childhood. I'm really sorry. Sounds a bit like my childhood actually, but we'll gloss over that. Okay, I'm going to just take another two. And they're not. Nine of Swords, anxiety and stress. Well, I'm feeling that right now, so yeah. Right, this is starting to make sense. Right, this line makes sense now. It all makes sense. It's all coming together. well, the narrative anyway, in terms of joining the dots. Six of Swords, moving to calmer waters. Okay, right, yes. Good. Okay. So what we've got here is Devil here is kind of representing Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Okay. So we've got an Emperor over here and a Queen of Wands over here, or a King of Wands Emperor and a Queen of Wands over here. I think these are probably your parents, or if not, a caregiving couple or a couple that had a significant influence in your life. For some reason, you're stuck in the middle. You were probably a child. And what we have here is you might have had a distorted view of yourself in the past because of what happened. You might have been stuck in the middle of your parents. Both parents might have put you in the middle and blamed you. Trigger warning. That's a horrible thing for parents to do, but it certainly happened when I was a child. And I think you had a real fear of being toxic, but you're not. Oh, you might have had a fear of relationships as well, because I think you saw what happened with your parents' marriage, and you didn't want that to happen to you, and you it's almost like you felt like you were cursed. I mean, I thought that, yeah, okay. And then we have the devil energy here, which is like can be codependence, addictions, obsession. You had a real worry that this was yourself, but you're not. You could. It's just that you couldn't see yourself clearly. Maybe you can see your father clearly, or this King of Wands gender. I wouldn't take the gender as it resonates, but you moved away from that in your chariot. You got stuck in your head. You had internal chaos. You kept things to yourself. You balanced out, or you tried to manage these two people. And at some point, as a young Page of Wands, you got in your chariot and you went. And you protected your territory and you protected your cup of love, which is here. You did have a lot of anxiety and stress, possibly about how to invest. And that's invest your pentacles. That doesn't have to be money. That can be how where to invest your what's important and what makes up your abundance and what is of value to you. So that could be it's your time, your energy, your cup of love, really. She had a lot of anxiety and stress when you moved away from home, or you finally left home, or you just stopped being the piggy in the middle for these two and stopped managing them. When you started listening to your intuition, caused you a lot of anxiety. But you moved on to calmer waters. Okay, that's kind of there's a lot of jumbled energy coming out here. Probably because you were quite young and it was probably a very chaotic time, especially if your parents were splitting up and they put you in the middle. That is just a horrible situation to be in. Tell me about this King of Wands, please. Tell me about the King of Wands. We've got a main male, oops, and poverty. A main male and poverty. It's interesting because he's in an emperor energy. Or you saw him as an emperor. Doesn't mean he was. Judication. Okay, it's possible the Queen of Wands took the King of Wands emperor to court and took him for all he had. Okay, let's tell me about this Queen of Wands then. Or he claimed poverty, bad health, possibly bad mental health, bad emotional health. Get emotional health. And I'm not saying that I just mean this whole situation might have really badly affected her, which is why she's in this Four of Cups energy, and why she was maybe incapable of accepting your love or your cup of love as a child, because she was very, very badly damaged by this relationship. Or she could have physically been in bad health as well. Toil and labour, yeah. She really struggled with either her mental health or her emotional health. She couldn't pour her cup of love into you because her cup was empty. Got thief in the reverse. I'm going to have to clarify that one. Privileged lady. Okay, so that sounds like this emperor thinks, as always they do, that the Queen of Wands, whatever happens in court, because with legal, of course, we even had legal proceedings there. Blooming heck, these cards are just repeating themselves. But legal proceedings there, so whatever happened in court, this emperor wasn't particularly happy about it, and he felt that the Queen of Wands was now a privileged lady because of whatever was decided in court with probably the separation or the divorce. But because we've got thief in reverse here, this Queen of Wands deserved it. It was 100% allocated and awarded to her, and it was the right thing to do, and it was the fair thing to do. So this is quite interesting because other than the High Priestess, there's not much of the collective's energy coming out in here, but that'll probably resonate with someone. I'm just going to leave it there. If you made it this far, this felt like a really jumbled energy tonight, actually. I think because there was a lot of chaos between these two parties and you were just kind of stuck in the middle. And if you're quite young, that can be very, very confusing and cause a lot of stress and anxiety, which is why I've got the Eight of Swords and the Five of Wands coming out. So if that situation was yours, I really feel a lot of empathy for you. I was put in a very similar situation when I was a child as well. So yeah. If you have made it this far, thank you so much. If, as I said before, if you're a returning subscriber, thank you. Thank you to anyone who gives me a like or a comment. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope you have a lovely evening, day, whenever you're watching this, and enjoy the rest of your week and your month. And I'll speak to you again soon. Okay, bye-bye.